Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I built this really cool side table for my ProMaster. The dimensions are 14 inches high by 12 inches wide by 3 inches deep. I'm going to show you all the materials that I used and how I put it together. It comes in really handy when you're in the couch mode or when you're in bed mode. It makes a great addition to my king-size bed. It keeps all the things that I need during the night handy. My watch, my cell phone, a hat to keep my head warm, earplugs. It all fits in there very nicely. So let me show you how I made and installed this side table for my ProMaster. First thing I did was I sat down and I made a drawing of first how long or how big I wanted it to be, and then from there I went on to refine it. It's going to be pretty simple, but before I can finish putting on my paneling, I'm going to need to attach this to the furring strips so that they will be secure, and then I can finish putting on the paneling on the inside of my van. Something that should be noted when you purchase wood, the size 1/2 by 8 inches by 4 feet long is not the actual size of the wood. If you come down here in the description, you'll see that it says actual size. Instead of 1/2, it's 7/16. Instead of 8, it's 7 1/4. And instead of 4, it's 4 inch. Well, it is 4 feet. The length is what it says it is, but the other two are usually cut short on the size. So keep that in mind when you're making your projects with finished wood. Let's get started with this project. So for this project, I bought a Craig pocket hole jig. Never used one before, only seen it on the internet. When I went online to look this up, said to use a little bit of scrap material and make sure that it doesn't, go through for the lengths that you've chosen. That's what I did. This is my first joint. I have never made this or done this before, and wow, it's nice and sturdy, and I'm looking forward to getting this project all together today. All right, well, I've got my 2 end tables framed out. I bought this piece of 1/4 by 3, which is actually 2 1/2. And it's gonna go down here. And I'm gonna have another similar piece up here, but this was too wide and this Aspen didn't come in there. So I'm gonna find some kind of creative solution for the upper one. And I was kind of thinking of using a vintage yardstick. Okay, I want to do a quick wrap up for this portion of the build. So I used this Aspen wood and it was pretty soft, and so the concern with that will be splitting if you try and put your screws down a little bit too far. But other than that, it was very easy to work with. I have to run back to Menards and get one more of the pieces of wood that will fit here. And I'm going to save polyurethaning until the day that I have them all together. For today's project, I'm using MINWAX HELMSMAN Indoor-Outdoor Spar Urethane. So it's like a polyurethane. I have the first coat on the one on the left, and the one on the right is still uncoated with the polyurethane, the first coat. And I did get a satin finish, and already I can start to see there is a little bit of color change, which I like a lot. I'm looking for a honey look. Today I'm ready to go ahead and install my side tables, and the idea is going to be they're right here. I've decided I was going to just drill them in through this 3/4 inch board into here, and then I just kind of thought that I'd like a little bit more support on it than that. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of these L brackets. I'm going to put one on the top, one on the bottom, and just to give it a little bit of extra boost in there. So I'm just going to kind of quick fit that, make sure it doesn't interfere with the screws that I already have, putting the furring strips on. So when I install this, what I don't want is this end going into the cross grains of this, because this is the weakest part of this whole thing. So I'm going to try and move it over that's a 1 inch, so it's 3/4 of an inch over, and I think I'm going to be able to easily do that. Yeah, and then that means that I know that when I drill through here and put my other anchoring screws in there, that it'll be right in the middle of that 2x2 that I put in. So now that the L brackets are on the top and the bottom, I do have these little shelf guards on there. I'm going to try and put my screws in behind where these shelf guards. There's going to be one up here too. I'm going to try and put them so that you can't really see them when you're looking at it. Ta-da! First one's up.